Hello guys and welcome back. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Today should be a good day. Today should be a great day. We're getting the new wheels put on the 2020 Platinum. So right behind me is the truck now with the factory wheels. The next time you see the truck itself, it will not look like that any longer. But I will give you one last look with the truck in its stock form. So we still have the humongous air dam on here. We don't have the mud flaps on yet, so that is something else that's happening. We've got the Husky kickback style mud flaps that are going to be going on this truck. The Tremor air dam is on its way from Andrew over at Fairley and Stevens in the parts department. Unbelievably great guy to work with. I met him this morning. We've got new emblems coming. We've got new mirror caps coming. We've got new door handles coming to go with the look that I'm going for, guys. So some guys liked the wheels, some guys didn't. The way you see the truck right now is not the way the truck is going to stay. So what I'm doing is I'm getting replacement parts for all these chrome pieces so that if I want to switch back to the chrome later and get a different set of wheels to play with what works here right now, then that's what's going to be taking place. But I am doing my own thing with this truck, and I think when it's all said and done, you guys will like it. Some guys won't, because some guys like the chrome look and all that. I'm not a huge fan of chrome. So let's take one last look at the wheels just sitting here. So again, they are the Dirty Life DT1 and they are in the matte black. I've got replacement lug nuts, and I've got the hub rings because Ford is hub centric, not lug centric. So let's get these thrown in the back of the truck and get this show. Finally getting this video out to you guys. I've been busy. Yeah, we got a pretty decent snowstorm last night and into today. A lot more coming tomorrow, but we've got the new wheels on the truck, guys, and man, does it ever look good. I know looks are subjective. I think it looks fantastic, and it's gonna tie in with everything that I got going on. So let's take a look. All right, so here we have the 2020 F-350 Platinum with the Power Stroke. So let's just get a little rundown of what's gone on with this truck so far. First off, in order to fit the 37s, which I originally mounted on the factory wheels, I had to put the leveling kit on. So we went with the 2.5-inch Ready Lift leveling kit with the track bar relocation bracket. This is a temporary lift for this truck. I just did that to see if this is the look I wanted. If I wanted to go higher, it's still questionable. It's either going to be a 2.5-inch or a 4.5-inch system, looking like it's from Carly. But after that, we did put the 37 by 1250 Falken Wildpeak ATWs on the truck. They are a great looking tread, and I've been extremely impressed with them so far to date. So other than that, to the truck, we did put a set of airbags on because I tow with this truck. We put the Firestone Ride Right 5000. This is the 2600 series, 5,000 pound weight capacity. We also took the Bakflip MX4 Bed cover off of my 2017 and we put on to this. So this is not an FX4 package. This is not a Tremor package. Why? Because I wanted to do something and customize it for my own taste. So the way you see this truck right now is not the way this truck is going to stay. There's going to be some few pop on, pop off parts. You can take a look at the truck and kind of probably figure out which ones I'm talking about. They're going to be coming off, and some custom paint is going to be going on. But guys, like, what do you think about this? I think it looks fantastic. I think it looks great the way it is. I can't wait to see it when my vision, my build is actually done. So zero trimming required whatsoever. With the factory wheels on, it didn't get it far enough away from the radius arm and the sway bar, so you can see some rubbing on the radius arm and on the sway bar. That is before. Right now we have no rubbing whatsoever anywhere. I took off the mud flaps because with the factory wheels it was rubbing. Right now I think you could maybe get away with the factory mud flaps. You might just need to trim the back side off a little bit, but you clear everything here, no problem whatsoever. So that is about as close as you're gonna get right there, and you still do have about an inch to spare. So I think you could probably squeeze those factory mud flaps on, but I do have kickback style mud flaps coming for this truck. They're actually here, I just need to pick them up. And in front, even with this huge valence, it doesn't touch this valence at all. Guys, the wheels I went with are Dirty Life DT1s, and they are 20x9 with a 0 offset. So your factory wheel on your truck is a plus 40, I believe, maybe plus 44. So you go to a 0 offset, it gets you a nice little poke out there. So you can see you've got a nice little stance. When you're driving down the road and you're looking in your rear view mirror, you can see the tire poking out past the fender, and it just looks perfect. This is the exact look that I was going for, 100%. The front axle is not perfectly centered because it does poke out a bit further on the passenger side than it does on the driver's side. But anyway, like I said, this is a temporary situation for me, but you can see it does poke out a little bit further on the passenger side than it does on the driver's side. But man, I am very happy with how this thing turned out, guys. Very happy. So I do also have the Tremor Valence coming for this truck as well. That is on its way. So I'm getting some of these parts actually through the dealer, and a great guy to work with. His name's Andrew over at Fairley and Stevens Ford in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. He's hooking me up with a great deal on the valence, on the mirror caps, on the emblems, and potentially even new emblems, and potentially even a new grille. But there's going to be some custom paint, guys. Like I said, I am making this truck to my own taste, But man, I think it looks fantastic right now. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. I think it looks great. But how does it drive? How does it drive? Well, let's go find out. So guys, I did want to mention that I got these wheels from Anthony at thewheelgroup.com. What an awesome guy to work with. He gave me an absolutely smoking deal on these wheels. They have all kinds of other wheels. They have tires, they have off-road stuff, they have body armor, they have everything. Check out their website. Anthony is out of Ontario, but they do have 3 locations in Canada. But man, what a great guy to work with. Alright guys, so before we get driving, if my dash is flashing, the dash is not flashing, it's how it's coming through the camera. I've tried a million things and it still does it. So the dash is not flashing. Now you see the engine light. So these being 37s, obviously compared to the 34-inch tires that come stock, my speedometer is way off. So I bought the 4Scan and the 4Scan software, and I changed the tire size. So right now my speedometer is on perfect. It's on dead on. The only problem is right now, and I've been in contact with 4Scan, I was able to tell the truck to relearn, and I was able to get rid of the wrench code, but I wasn't able to get rid of the engine code. So we are working together on that. If you guys have a 2020 and you know how to get rid of that right now, they sent me a debug thing, and I got to download the problems I'm having and send to them, and then they're gonna figure out a way to fix it. Anyway, if you guys have that taken care of already, please let me know. The other thing you're gonna see is the low tire pressure icon. That is because I told the guys that put the wheels on and the tires on to run like 52 to 55 psi in each tire, and the back tire from stock calls for, you know, way more than that. It calls for 80 in the back actually, and I think 60 is where it actually sends a code. So right now you can see the back 2 tires need some air in order to come up to pressure. But with forescan again, I can change that and lower it down. But I will probably put 60 psi in the back, maybe even just 55 in the back, 50 in the front. So that's the reason why those codes are on right now. So get that stuff all out of the way, and now let's go for a drive. Guys, so at full lock, absolutely no rubbing that way. Full lock this way, absolutely no rubbing. So with the factory wheels on, with the factory offset, like I said, you could see the marks. It did rub on the radius arm and it rubbed on the sway bar, but not anymore. So I got the stance I wanted, I've got the look started that I want, and I have no rubbing issues whatsoever. So we're gonna get on the highway here, and we're gonna get up to around 75 miles per hour, and I'll show you guys, you know, how the truck sounds, how it handles, you know, all that stuff. And you go with bigger tires, and those are fairly aggressive tire. People are always concerned about road noise, you're always concerned about MPG, and you're always concerned about how the truck handles. Well, I did post a video with my stock wheels on, and I was still getting really good MPG with this truck. With the 37, it was actually like unbelievable, to be honest. But when we get up here, I will reset my trip, and you know, I'll show you guys, you know, how it drives doing these speeds with 37, 1250, 20 tires on this bad boy with the zero offset. So we are, you know, we're a bit wider. We got a nice stance out there. So handling wise, honestly, the truck just tracks down the road perfect. The steering in this truck, the new electric assisted steering in this truck, honestly is so nice. It feels fantastic. But it honestly, now that I mean, I've had the leveling kit on and the 37s on for about a week and a half, I think. I honestly can't tell a difference from stock now at all, to be honest. So maybe it does feel different, I don't know, but the truck just feels awesome. It does feel really good. So let's give her some juice here and have a little bit of fun. You're worried about power loss with 37-inch tires? You don't need to worry about it in this truck, guys, at all. So let's get up to speed here. All right, so we are doing 73 miles per hour right now. Hopefully you guys can see that. We're hitting some bumps. It still feels great. I do have 20 pounds of air in my airbags because I have a bunch of salt back there. I've got my other wheels back there, so there is a little bit of weight in the bed. So I do have 20 pounds of air in my airbags, so that is the way you're seeing it right now. Okay, and of course we've got something going on up here in front of us, so we're gonna have to slow down a bit. Now we are back up and cruising at 73 miles per hour. It's very windy out. We're getting some pretty decent weather today, like I had mentioned, but the road noise from the tires is extremely minimal. Take a listen. You honestly, I can't tell any difference whatsoever. My wife drove this truck for the first time once I had these 37s on, and she didn't notice anything whatsoever, to be honest. It just drives great. It drives great. The tires are great. It handles great. Honestly, love everything about the way it feels. So I did mention that, you know, this is a temporary system for my lift. It absolutely is. I'm going to be either going with Carly, BDS, or Fabtech. It does look like it is going to be Carly. So the truck might be staying at this height, or it might be going higher, but it's going to be getting a full system. There's nothing wrong with this system. I just want the shocks. I want, you know, absolutely everything. I want the truck to be driving perfect. You know, this is like a $100,000 truck for me here in Canada, so I want it to be all it can be. But as you can see, guys, there's nothing outside of normal from driving this truck in the setup the way it is. I'm not swimming back all over the road. The truck actually feels better now, more stable now with these wheels on it than it did with the factory wheels on it. I am definitely driving into a wind right now. I can tell just by the sound coming off the windshield and everything. But right now we are still getting 16 mpg. But the other day when I did a little test, I was getting like 18 point something mpg. Now I know it's not pump to pump calculation, but like I said, the truck is on mile for mile right now. The speedometer is bang on perfect. All right guys, the truck stayed clean for like 5 minutes. Yes, I need to get my mud flaps on this because it's just throwing stuff all over the side of the truck right now. But one of the things I wanted to show you, I showed you the airbags, but forgot to show you where I mounted my compressor. So I mounted my compressor right here, and this is the Airlift wireless one. And the reason why I mounted it here is because you see the weather that we get. If you do not put if you leave it outside where it tells you to mount it, you're gonna be going through those things like crazy. It's in here, it's still nice and quiet, and it's gonna last forever. But anyway guys, that's all I have for you for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think about the truck. You know, yes, this truck is starting to look really good, but it is still a work truck. I work my truck, so stay tuned for towing videos, you know, off-roading type videos, because going into remote sites, you know, all that stuff. Of course, stay tuned for videos on my 550. I've got my other 350 up there with the plow on it. You know, there's all kinds of stuff going on. But guys, stay tuned for the transformation of this truck. The reason why I got a Platinum was to get all the creature comforts and then make it my own. That's the reason why I didn't get a Lariat Sport package or Tremor package. I don't want something that everyone else out there has. I want something different for me. This might be the only time I ever get to do that, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So stay tuned for what I do to this truck and let me know what you guys think along the way. But for now, that is it guys. Thanks for watching, and as always, if you like the video, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, follow me on Instagram at WorkPlayTV. So take care, stay safe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.